Most respected, dear family members, my pranams to you. Yesterday, I could upload a message, a commentary, or a reply for those who requested me to challenge Dr. Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik is, as you all know, repeatedly involved in converting Hindus into Islam. That he does by all crooked pathways, by telling the Hindus that Vedas contain Allah, Vedas describe about Prophet, Bhavishya Purana explain about Prophet Muhammad, Kalki means Prophet Muhammad. So in Vedas it is the monotheism which is followed. So Vedic religion means Islam, and so on, for which generally people will not be, Hindus will not be interested in giving a reply. It is purely because Hindus are not interested in converting the people of other religion to Hindu Dharma. Very rarely in the spiritual pathway or religious pathway Hindus follow a corruption, fraud, misinterpretation and so on. Hindus always think that you follow your religion if it satisfies you. But here Zakir Naik and many Pentecost missionaries, their ultimate aim is to increase their membership and live on others' expense. Do anything. Say for example, very recently, one British citizen, he called me and said, the population of Muslims in UK is only 3%. But 23% of the prisoners in UK are Muslims. 50% of the Muslim population in UK live on government security, stipend and support. 65% of the Muslim women in UK are living without doing any work by the government support. So these are all the figure. Very recently one Muslim organization conducted a big procession in Trivandrum, capital of Kerala, and the chief speaker was telling 82% of the prisoners in India are Muslims. And you can see terrorism means it is connected with one religion. Bloodshed means connected with a religion. So you can see wherever restlessness are seen, majority of the countries belong to this group. Why these are all happening? The pathway may not be correct, or the pathway adopted may not be correct. So similar pathway is adopted by Dr. Zakir Naik in misinterpreting the Vedas. And why should I challenge him? It is his lifeblood to do the negative and tell the negative and misinterpret the whole thing, confuse the people and increase the number of Muslims in India and outside. And by giving a wrong figure, wrong picture that he is a scholar of Hindu Dharma. My simple question, if Vedas contain Allah or Prophet Muhammad, why should he go and worship Quran? Vedas are enough. Anyway, it contains Allah and Prophet. So I need not challenge for that. But one thing is true, what he is doing, he is trying to put two-letter words in Vedas, replace the two-letter words and put Allah in that or Nabi in that. Then chant the mantra with all spelling mistake and mistakes in pronunciation. But the ignorant people think that what he is telling is correct. So first thing, he is changing the structure of Veda and telling that he knows the Veda. Why should I challenge this? A thief can run the way the thief likes, but a policeman has to run behind the thief only. I am not a policeman to catch the thief. My only aim is to see that people are not getting cheated, for which I have to inform the people. I need not inform Dr. Zakir Naik that he should not do like this. He tells that Bhavishya Purana has got the name of Prophet Muhammad. If Bhavishya Purana has got the name of Prophet Muhammad, why should he worship the book written in Arabia? Bhavishya Purana anyway is written in India. He should have followed only Bhavishya Purana if he is interested in following only one book where Muhammad Nabi's name is mentioned. But remember that in Bhavishya Purana, very interestingly, Prophet's name and Prophet's country's name is called as Mlecha Desha. Mlecha means dirty, wretched and worst. You know the meaning of Mlecha. I need not tell that. It is a Sanskrit word. So how he is proud of telling that his own prophet, his own guru, his own religious country is Mlecha. And proudly he tells to the Muslim community that he belongs to a Mlecha group. Ignorant Muslims do not know what this fellow is telling. So it is the duty of Muslim to prevent him doing such type of negatives to their own religion. It is not my duty to challenge him. I need not challenge him going out and quarreling with him. What is the benefit that I am going to get? I am not interested in converting Muslims to Hindu Dharma, telling that Bhavishya Purana has got Nabi, Veda has got Allah, or Quran has got Mahavishnu, or Bible has got Muruga, or Lakshmi, Saraswati. I am not interested in cheating like this. And he tells that one, Kalki is Prophet Muhammad. If Kalki is Prophet Muhammad, then why should he worship Prophet born in Saudi Arabia? Our Kalki is born in Maharashtra. At the time of birth, he had 4 hands. With the request of the gods, it became 2. These are all pure stories, not histories. But Prophet Muhammad is a historical figure. But he misinterpreted the story and history. And without knowing what is the consequences and what is the result and what is the purpose of doing that, he tells that when Prophet Muhammad is Avadara of Mahavishnu, instead of worshipping Avadara, he can worship Mahavishnu himself. Anyway, Kalki is an Avadara of Mahavishnu. So he can worship Mahavishnu. Why should he tell the people to worship Prophet Muhammad and Allah and follow Quran? He tells Kalki is Prophet, Prophet is Kalki, Kalki is 10th Avadara of Mahavishnu. Then Mahavishnu is the starting point, root of all our worship. So naturally he can worship Mahavishnu. And Kalki is married from Simhala Desha, and Kalki has got only one wife, whereas Prophet Muhammad has got 11 wives. He has not married from Simhala, Ceylon or Sri Lanka. So how far they are going the misinterpretation for cheating the Muslims? Hindus will not get cheated because they don't know what is Kalki, they don't know what is Veda. So they will simply sit in a flabbergasted way, that's all. And another interesting thing, whenever he delivers lecture in Western University, big audience are shown. Very interestingly, that audience does not belong to his group. It is somebody's lecture and the audience is shown. Whenever audience and the speaker are shown together, the video will be taken from a far distant place. When only Zakir Naik is projected, the audience will not be there, because this is a videographic arrangement to show that hundreds and thousands of people attend Zakir Naik's lecture. I am not there to challenge that one. It is his method of following the crooked pathway. And next very interesting thing, Muslims are asking question to Zakir Naik, but as a pre-adjustment, the name of the Muslim will be a Brahmin name, a Brahmin's name or a Hindu name. So it gives a projection that many Hindus are attending the lecture of Zakir Naik and they are asking questions. Generally in Zakir Naik's speeches, announcement will be there. Since the lack of time is less, only non-Muslims are permitted to ask questions. Where are the non-Muslims? The Muslims temporarily given with a Hindu name, they will be presenting their question or giving writing, and the name of that Hindu name of that Muslim will be projected. You can see in Kerala and India, many Muslims, 15 to 20 or 25 Muslims, in Brahminical dress with the bhasmam, chandan, kungum, and sometimes even sacred thread. They are really Muslims, but their apparel, their dress, and they are converted in the look wise to Brahmins. They look like Brahmin. They are really Muslims. And to them, Zakir Naik asked the question, and they asked the question to Zakir Naik, and within a short period, all the so-called pseudo-Brahmins, pseudo-name carrying Brahmins, originally Muslim, they will say, now only we could understand the meaning of Vedas, we are converting to Islam. What should have been the truth? If now the Vedas, Vedic meanings are known, if they come to know the real Veda meaning, then they should strongly follow Veda. Instead of that, once the meaning of Vedas could be understood, they are converting to Islam. Again it is fraud, cheating. Why should I challenge all these things? It is not my duty to challenge Zakir Naik. And you know, as I told you earlier, a thief can run the way he likes. Once I give or somebody gives the answer that Vedas do not contain anything about Allah or anything about Prophet, then he will say Darshana contains Allah and Quran. And if I prove to a small group of people in open, then he will say Bhagavad Gita is written by Prophet Muhammad, or Bhagavad Gita is written in Arabia. So a thief can run the way he likes, but I cannot go on answering or objecting or challenging the comments made by some people. You know, there is a small story. I do not know whether it is story or a fact. Our late Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru visited a mental hospital, and one of the patients was brought nearer to Jawaharlal Nehru, and Jawaharlal Nehru introduced himself to this psychological patient, mental patient, telling that I am Jawaharlal Nehru, I am the Prime Minister of India. But that fellow, the mentally abnormal person, replied to Jawaharlal Nehru saying that I was also telling the same. I am Jawaharlal Nehru, I am the Prime Minister of India. For telling that, they put me in this hospital. But Jawaharlal Nehru did not try to argue or challenge this fellow that you are not Jawaharlal Nehru, only I am Jawaharlal Nehru. I think the meaning is very clear. Some people are doing something, some people are going on doing something. This is applicable in the case of Christians also. Zakir Naik is only using the word-wise explanation and fraud and corruption and misinterpretation, whereas Christians are doing the worst. They are taking the flag post, Dvajastambam, from temple, Kalvilaka, the stone lamp, and saffron dress, Rudraksham, everything they are taking from Hindus and making it their property. My doubt to both these group of people, you know, Dr. Zakir Naik, do you need the support of Vedas for claiming that Islam is great? So without the support of Veda, do you think that Islam is going to perish? So it is the responsibility of Muslims to see that through Zakir Naik's explanation, he is denigrating the Quran, denigrating Allah, denigrating and Prophet Muhammad by way of taking support from other religious literature for his own crooked method. And is it necessary to survive for the Islam to say that Prophet Muhammad is Kalki? If he is not telling that Prophet Muhammad is not Kalki, then is it difficult the people accepting Prophet Muhammad? Such misinterpretation is needed for the existence of Prophet or getting respect for Prophet. So whenever I use somebody's quotation, it is mainly for supporting my argument. When I say my name is appearing in different books, that is for projecting me. Even though I am inferior, I want to project the world that I am great because so and so people are mentioning about me. So somebody needs the support of other religious book, other scholars, other mantras, if this is inferior. So Zakir Naik is declaring that Quran is inferior, Prophet Muhammad is inferior, Mlacha Desha is inferior, Mahamada idi Kyada. Mlacha Deshodbhava is born in Mlacha Desha, and all the Bhavishya Purana explanations, remember that it is not from original Bhavishya Purana. You know, there were hundreds of daughters for Aurangzeb, dozens of wives, which they used to have during then and now also. From dozens of wives, hundreds of daughters were there. One of the daughters of Aurangzeb got married with Vamana Shastri, who is an expert in Sanskrit, got converted into Islam. And that fellow corrected or added about 50-55 slokas in Bhavishya Purana with the instruction of Aurangzeb. That is why in Bhavishya Purana, name of Akbar, name of Humayun, name of Calcutta, name of Delhi. Calcutta means Kilkila. Delhi is named as Delhi. And Varai Garunda Desha. Garunda Desha, Britishers ruled. And English language is mentioned in Bhavishya Purana. Devivare cha Sunday cha Phalgune jaiva February Shashtis cha 60 jaiva Edat Udaharanam Idrisham. In Bhavishya Purana, this so-called converted Vamana Shastri to Islam, he has put the example of English language. Revivare cha Sunday cha. Revivara is known as Sunday. Phalgune jaiva February. Phalguna month is known as February. Shashti cha 60 jaiva. Shashti is known as 60. Edat udaharanam idrisham. These are the examples of English language. So Garunda Bhasha, Garunda Desha, Garunda Adhiba, These are all for English. This is not from Sri Shuka Brahmarishi's writings. It is forced introduction of Aurangzeb's son-in-law into Bhavishya Purana. Anyway, all these people follow the pathway of doing crooked work. So that crooked fellow did that crooked work. This crooked fellow has taken that crooked work for presenting his crooked aim. For which why should I challenge? And you know, Chidananda Puri and Sakir Naik had a fearful samvada. I use the word fearful not in the negative meaning. Terrible, excellent. But it was not uploaded by Sakir Naik because he failed miserably. Even Muslims clapped for Chidananda Puri. So remember that wherever he fails, that will not appear in YouTube. And he calls sannyasis who are wandering in the road, begging for money, but in saffron cloth. Udara nimittam bahukruta vesham. And those so-called sannyasis are called, and he is arguing with them. Those fellows are very poor. If you are giving 5,000 rupees, they will sit in front of Sakir Naik for about 5 hours for any argument. And they will say Hindu Dharma is inferior because they are getting 5,000 rupees. So he is challenging those people. That is the most wretched thing from them. And wherever he fails, that will not be uploaded. And many a times, if he is getting correct answer from the sannyasi with whom he is doing samvadam, that part he will cut and remove. The other part is uploaded. And whenever he tells something, there will be a group of people clapping. But the reality is that he cannot even pronounce Rig Veda, Chandokya Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Very recently, I saw one Muslim boy writing to me. Sakir Naik has explained in detail about Kopa Upanishad. There is no Upanishad like that at all. Kopa Upanishad. I have written a big book on Upanishad, all 108 Upanishad. But I did not write about Allah Upanishad written by Akbar. Allah Upanishad is written by Akbar. That I did not include in 108 because it is later addendum, not the original Upanishad. This Sakir Naik cannot even pronounce Brihadaranya Upanishad, Chandokya Upanishad, Kalisantorana Upanishad, Narasimha Upanishad, Purva Upanishad, and so on. A person who cannot correctly pronounce Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharva Veda, or the name of Upanishad, or Shatapada Brahmanam, or Chandokya Brahmanam, or Govada Brahmanam, or Aranyagam, who cannot even pronounce the name of the book, how can you think that when he can quote the Sanskrit shlokas in the correct way? How can we think and say that he is a Vedic scholar? Those who are blind, who can see one eye, he will become the king. So we used to say, from among the blind people, those who can see partly, he will become the king. Like that, the ignorant Muslims are getting cheated every day, because this type of cheating will not be affecting Hindus at all. Because Hindus do not know, as I rightly said, many of these things they are not bothered about it. Whether somebody misinterprets, somebody interprets, somebody continue to do the fraud, they are not very much bothered. Because they know Sanatana Dharma is not going to be affected by all these fraudulent activities. About 650 years of Muslim rule did not kill Hindu Dharma. 250-year English rule did not kill Hindu Dharma. So one person thinking of denigrating Hindu Dharma for making profit for his religion, that also will not survive. Satyameva Jayade Nanratam. It is known in Upanishad. Only the truth will strive. So I am telling all these things exclusively to inform that I am not interested in challenging anybody in the world. I am only interested in informing about the greatness of India and Sanatana Dharma to people. Whether they like it or not is left to them, not my duty to make them like this. And there may be difference of opinion, that is left to them. There may be people taking all these messages, it is also left to them. So my dharma is not to argue and convince anybody, to inform and educate the people. To inform and educate the people in the scientific, logical, rational way. If Rabindranath Tagore has written something about Jesus Christ, it does not mean that all the family members of Rabindranath Tagore should get converted into Christianity. If some book has given some reference, somebody has told something, some group has written something or explained something, does not mean that all the people should go to Islam, or all the people should go to Christianity, or all the people should go to Hindu Dharma or anything like that. These are all the cheap method like political parties to increase the membership of a religion. Otherwise also Islam is surviving, then why should they follow this crooked pathway for converting love jihad? This type of misinterpretation by Zakir Naik and some KP Muhammad and others. It is not cheating Hindu Dharma, it is cheating their own people and their own Dharma, their own religion. It is the Muslim who has to protect their religion, and it is not my duty to challenge and convince them. I am neither interested in winning these challenges nor interested in getting projected through quarreling with Zakir Naik, who continue to do his own missionaries, mistakes, misinterpretations and misutilizations and misappropriations of all these lines. Thank you very much. My